Tate's Hustlers University 4.0, and in that video I tried making money with the e-commerce section inside the real world. And since you guys liked that Andrew Tate video, I decided to make another one. However, this time, instead of e-commerce, I'm going to try the cryptocurrency section inside of the real world. And for those of you who don't already know, what is the real world? The Real World is a platform by Andrew Tate that has many different courses which you can learn from, and he claims that you can use any of them to make thousands of dollars online. If you've heard of Hustlers University before, it's basically the same thing but rebranded. Instead of naming it Hustlers University 4.0, they named it the Real World. And the old Hustlers University was only available on Discord, but this time they built their own website which actually looks like they copied the Discord platform. But regardless of all that, it still looks amazing.
I am a gift to females, created by the one above.
So once again, I had to pay $50 to get access to the real world. And after watching this video, you're going to be able to make a decision as to whether or not you want to join the real world. Inside the crypto course, there's many people sending proof of their wins. And even the professor himself, who's actually teaching the course, said that he's made millions over the last few years from crypto. So at this point, I was convinced that this could work. And of course, I had to join the cryptocurrency campus. Well, let me show you guys what the real world itself actually looks like when you join. As soon as you get in, you're presented with a welcome video from Andrew Tate. And then you will be given these 6 money-making options to choose from: freelancing, Amazon FBA, copywriting, stocks, crypto, and of course e-commerce, which I already made a video on before. Now on the website where you actually get access to the real world, it looks extremely well designed. And by the way, be very cautious because there's many fake websites out there copying the real world. And for that reason, I'll leave the official link to join the real world in the description below. So this right here is the real world website that you will see when you click the link in the description. And you'll first be presented with this quick 2-minute video which I recommend watching before getting into the real world. And as you scroll down, you will see a few testimonials supposedly from people who have made money from this platform, and I can take a safe assumption that they got paid for these testimonials. And then below that, there's just a lot of detailed information about exactly what you would get access to, and over here you will see the exact courses that they will be teaching you, which you can then use to make money later. And then you have crypto and stocks, which I guess are just investment strategies which you can follow, and that's exactly what I'll be doing with crypto. And guys, something I found really funny, when you scroll all the way down, you will see the blue pill and the red pill, just like from the Matrix movie, and when you click on the blue pill, it actually redirects you to Netflix. But if you click on the red pill, it takes you straight to the checkout page where you can join the real.
If you miss your hydration, you miss out on your game. Gatorade, rehydrate, replenish, refuel.
World. So after some careful thought and analysis, I think I'll take the red pill.
Why would I want you making money? For what? I have unlimited money.
Now every course in the real world has distinct instructors and resources. My goal here is to try to turn $1,000 into at least $2,000 to be a little bit more realistic. And since the instructors advertise that they 10x their money with crypto, 2xing my money with crypto with their knowledge shouldn't be too hard, right? Now before I share the strategy that they're teaching to make money with crypto, let me first tell you about a few things that I noticed from the crypto campus. Firstly, there's not many channels you have access to, and there's not a lot of resources. The only channels you have access to are the crypto announcements where they do calls and stuff like that. And there's another channel called Lost where you can ask questions related to crypto. And other than that, it's all just a ton of course material with no personal mentorship. Another thing that's sort of irritating is that you don't directly get access to the entire crypto course. They actually force you to watch each video from the beginning to unlock the next one. And with that, there's 11 tutorial videos that I have to go through before seeing any of the actual course itself. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then I'll give you guys an update on where I'm at. Okay, so I just finished watching all the tutorial videos, which were actually pretty short and quick. And by the way, I found out that not only do you have to watch the tutorial videos, but you also have to take a test and get all the answers correctly after each one. And if you mess up, you'll just have to keep retaking it, or else you won't get access to the rest of the course. Now, in a way, this kind of makes sense, but I personally don't like this way of teaching. Also, I was wrong about there not being as many resources in the crypto campus. I only just now unlocked them after completing all the tutorial videos. I got access to many different chats and information, which is actually kind of getting my hopes back up now. And I also unlocked a little bit more of the course. Most importantly though, I can now access the Investing Signals chat. Before I get to that, there's many people in the crypto campus section sharing their success. It's actually a very good community because they're all supporting and helping each other make money. And even in the general chat, everyone is super invested into actually making money with this. Something tells me I might really be able to flip my $1,000 investment into $2,000.
What's worth the day? Tax! Where's the day's tax?
But anyways, other than that, let's get to the investing signals and see if we can make some money. And for those of you who don't know what that is, it's basically just the instructor telling us what to buy and when. So the very first crypto signal is telling us to invest 71% of the money into Bitcoin and 29% into Ethereum. I honestly expected them to have different cryptos for us to make money with, and that's because Bitcoin and Ethereum are the two biggest cryptocurrencies in the market, which also means that they have the largest market cap. And what that means in short is that it's going to be very hard to double my initial investment of $1,000 and turn it into $2,000. However, I must follow the signals and take the risk just for the sake of this video. So I put $710 into Bitcoin and $290 into Ethereum. And now all I can do is wait for the next signal, which is going to be tomorrow because they give out daily signals.
2,000 years later.
Alright guys, so it's been 24 hours since I invested my money, and let's see what happened. It seems like the instructor's analysis was accurate because my crypto portfolio is now at $1,032. So I made about $32 so far because both Bitcoin and Ethereum went up by about 2 to 3%. This is actually not bad, and I'm just grateful that I didn't lose any money. Yet. Now guys, before I follow the next investing signal, if you're thinking about getting into crypto, there's a few important things that you should probably know. First and foremost is that you should only invest money you're okay with losing. One of the biggest mistakes that I made with crypto before is that I always had the urge to go all in. And when you do something like that, you're only thinking about the positive outcomes that can happen. But this is real life, and I learned the hard way by losing a lot of money that things can go wrong very quickly. Just remember that while there is potential for significant gains, investing in cryptocurrencies also comes with significant risks. And it's essential to be well-informed and cautious, which is why I might be making more videos on crypto later on. But anyways, let's get back to the real world and check out the next signal. So the instructor is telling us that now we should have 50% of our allocation in Bitcoin and 50% in Ethereum. So I'm going to put half of the $1,032 of my portfolio into Bitcoin and half into Ethereum. And I'll give you guys an update tomorrow at the same time. Alright guys, so it's now day 2 and let's take a look at my crypto portfolio. This is actually quite interesting because again, both Bitcoin and Ethereum went up by about 6%. And now I have $1,094 in my crypto portfolio. This means I could just sell my Bitcoin and Ethereum now and I would have made $94 in profit. I feel like this video is starting to look like a promotion for Hustlers University, but it's really not, and I think this is just coincidence. What I mean by that is that it could just be good luck that the market is moving with the professor's signals. Regardless of any of that, I'm still going to follow one more signal by the professor and see where that gets us. And right after that, I'm going to cash out and take my profits because I know better than to be too greedy. So I just got the final signal by the professor, and this time it's actually very different. He says that we should only allocate 16.7% to Bitcoin this time, and the other 83.3% to Ethereum. I do have to say though that he is giving us a bit of a warning this time. He says that we're likely buying at the top in the short term due to extreme volatility. He also said that if you think you can tactically manage your entry, then be my guest. So he's basically telling us that this is a very risky call and that crypto could go down soon. But regardless, I must follow the signal for the sake of this video. So I went ahead and allocated $182 in Bitcoin and $911 in Ethereum. And once again, I will give you guys an update tomorrow to see if we lost or gained any money. So if you couldn't tell by that Andrew Tate clip, yeah, we lost some money. The portfolio did go down by about 2%, but I can't complain too much because the instructor did warn us. So now I have $1,073 in my balance, which I'm going to sell for a $73 profit. I didn't get to double my money and advance to a $2,000 portfolio. However, I still made $73 with very minimal effort, and there's also a different way to look at this. If I had invested $10,000 instead of $1,000, I would have made $730 instead of $73. So realistically, the more you have to invest, the more you can make. A 1% gain on $1,000 isn't the same as a 1% gain on $100,000. But guys, it doesn't end here. There's many more ways to make money with crypto rather than just following their signals. And I think I'm gonna try one more way to get to $2,000 before ending this video. The second most recommended method by them to making money with crypto is called scalping. Scalping is a strategy where you would attempt to make small profits by quickly buying and selling cryptocurrencies. From what I learned, scalpers typically look for short-term price movements, and they try to capitalize on them by entering and exiting trades within a few minutes or even seconds. This can be a profitable strategy, but it's only recommended for experienced traders. I can pretend to think of myself as an experienced trader, just for now.
3:28 a.m.
I just finished watching all the course videos on scalping in the crypto section. They gave me a pretty good scalping strategy and they taught me all the basics. And since I'm going to have very small gains, I'm going to put $10,000 on the line, which also means that I would only need a 1% gain to make $100. But it also means that I can have a 1% loss and lose $100. They taught me everything I need to know, like entry and exit points, stop loss orders, and profit targets. I also learned learned a very basic way of reading candles and making projections. So with the plan that I have from the real world, I'm going to go ahead and try this out. It's going to be very quick because I have to be focused and fast. So I'll go do that right now and update you guys in like 10 minutes. Alright, so I spent a little bit longer than 10 minutes, but I do have some results to share with you guys. So since I was scalping, I was buying and selling very quickly, like within minutes. The strategy didn't really work, and I ended up losing $20, which is not too bad. So with the second try, I turned my $10,000 into $9,980. I honestly can't be mad because I understand that trading requires a lot of time and skill. It's not really something that you can just start making money with in one day. I also think that I'll be following the investing signals for like another week. Those seem to do pretty well except for the last day where we only lost a small amount. So I'll make sure to keep you guys updated on that on my Patreon, which you can find in the description. Also, other than the cryptocurrency section in the real world, there's other things that are also very valuable. The real world includes a private community of like-minded individuals. And all these people share advice, offer support, and work together on business opportunities. And when Andrew Tate himself is not in jail, he used to be actively involved in the community. He used to provide additional motivation, guidance, and mentorship to his students. Overall, the real world is pretty good based on the value and experience you're getting for the money that you're paying. And side note, if you guys want me to try other courses in the real world like copywriting or Amazon FBA, make sure you let me know down below in the comments of this video. While the real world may not be the right fit for everyone, those who are serious about starting and growing their business might find it to be a valuable resource. Also, if you don't have the money to join the real world, there's always thousands of free YouTube videos out there, and they can teach you pretty much everything you need to know to at least get started with making money. Anyways, if you watched this far and got any value out of this video, make sure you like and subscribe and watch the next video that pops up somewhere on the screen.
Come on, Reese's. Did you really wake up looking like this? Smoking.
Controversial influencer Andrew Tate has been banned from Facebook and Instagram.
They can't cancel me. They've tried. They failed to stop me. They've emptied their clip, and I'm still alive. The bullets have bounced off. Most people that make a lot of money hide away. You don't hide away. I've had a hard life. Even my day-to-day reality would be too stressful for 99.9% of people on the planet. How many people out there have such ridiculous sums of money? None of these people are getting these things by following the path the system is trying to make them follow. Those people who follow the path work, consume, die. What do you want? I was the most Googled man on the planet. More than Donald Trump, more than Joe Biden, more than Putin at the start of the war. I was that Googled. No matter what they do or what law they make, there's going to be people who work harder than you. So if you're going to be a lazy dummy watching Love Island and not try and think in your brain, guess what? You're going to stay fucking broke.
Do you think that your attitude towards women, boom in her face, is a little bit insulting towards women? You rip her up by the neck. Andrew Tate, thanks so much for your time.
Glad to be here, bro.
Appreciate it, man. What's life? What are you doing at the moment?
I'm here, there, and everywhere. 5 flights a week, you know, just trying to stay above water and fight the matrix. I'm enjoying this new episode. It's been quite an interesting battle with the whole mass cancellation thing and moving to other platforms and that kind of thing. I've been massively successful on those. I'm just focusing on that for now.
And it's interesting because you've clearly made a lot of money.
Yeah.
And most people that make a lot of money hide away.
Of course.
They make a load of money, they hide away. You don't hide away.
Do the absolute opposite.
Yeah, and as a result of that, you know, you've had a lot of backlash, and the media have had a lot to say about you. But what's the reason? What is it that drives you to keep doing all these videos and putting out this content? Because you don't have to.
That's a good question. It's a really good question. And the reason people hide is because obviously there's a safety element that comes with having mass wealth, and people know, you know, you have all these nice things and where you are and different opinions, and there's certainly a disadvantage to it. But I feel like I'm in a unique position. I'm in a position where I can tell the truth on a lot of subjects that I don't think a lot of people can. The reason I became so widely known in the world, I don't think it was a magic spell. I think I was saying things that people understood and agreed with. Obviously, there was a percentage of the population that disagreed, but a whole huge contingent of the population agreed with me. And I'm in a fortunate situation where I can't really lose my job. I can't be canceled. They've tried that, and here I am. I'm still all over every single social media platform. So I think I have a duty to God to some degree to tell the truth. And I also believe that my children's children will look back at this period in history and they will be unhappy that not enough people stood up and told the exact truth. That too many people sat there and said, okay, well, I know this subject is bullshit, but here's my job, I'm scared of scared of whatever, so I'm just going to sit and be quiet. And,
Yeah.
and you look throughout history, there's huge proportions of the population who were good people who decided to be quiet because they were afraid, and terrible things happened. So I think that I have a duty to guard to run my mouth. So here I am.
What do you think your main message is? What's the main thing that you want to get across to the world?
My main message is to resist the slave mind. So I say this
Right.
all the time. To understand that every single thing you're being told has an agenda behind it, or you would be told it otherwise. To examine every strongly held belief you have and try and identify where it comes from and why you have it. I sit and argue with people, I discuss things with people, and they so fervently believe a point. And I say, why do you believe that so much? Do you have personal experience? No, but I saw the news. Why do you believe? The news told you X, and now you are desperate. You will sit here for hours arguing that point. A lot of people are completely empty vessels, ready to be programmed. And I try and tell people, listen, to just stop for a second and understand that the things they're telling you to believe are not necessarily for your benefit. The people who make the rules don't make the rules for the benefit of everybody. They make the rules for the benefit of the people who make the rules.
Yeah.
It's the game. So telling people to resist the slave mind and just be critically...
Biore blemish patches. Absorb muscle oil. Invisible results.
Critical thinkers, keep their brain open, pay attention to things, be perspicacious. That's the general theme. And it doesn't matter whether you're left, right, liberal, man, woman, etc. Just think for yourself. That's the general message.
Talk to me about the Matrix. When you say the Matrix are out to get you and all this stuff, who is the Matrix?
Have you seen the movie The Matrix?
I actually haven't.
You've never seen the movie?
No, I haven't.
Oh, bro, you gotta watch it.
I imagine it's kind of like the Truman Show, or
Kinda. So basically, in The Matrix, there's an artificial reality, computer-generated reality, and people are being harvested for their body heat in a real world, and their minds are being used. Their minds are being occupied by this computer-generated reality. And the basic premise of the show is that their body is being used for what is important, and they just distract their minds so their body can stay alive long enough to give the machines what they want. And I really, truly believe that's a perfect analogy for the world today. We live in a world where people are being distracted from their value, their physical value, whether you're digging holes or carrying garbage or whatever. And your mind is constantly distracted by garbage. It's distracted by TV shows and concerts and clown world. I call it clown world because it's a never-ending circus. All this garbage they distract you with. First it's COVID, and then Putin cures COVID with baby invades, and COVID's cured. And it's all just a big scam from head to toe. And the reason I call it the Matrix is because a false reality is being projected onto humanity, and they do that by controlling narratives. If they allowed people to have critical and open conversations about, let's say, COVID at the height of the pandemic, it never would have lasted 3 years. But the reason is because they censor and delete one entire side of the argument, then you're only left with their version of reality, and they're projecting a reality. And they do that with nearly every subject. There's so many subjects you can't have an open discussion on. And if they only control, if they delete all of one side and only keep one side there, then that's a false paradigm, it's a false reality, and that's what they're doing. They're convincing people to act in certain ways and do certain things which are not necessarily in their best interest, or necessarily true. We live in a world where I don't think the average person realizes how much they are lied to. From the way money works is a lie, banking system is a lie, judicial system is a lie, medical health care is a lie. It's all lies. It's all a scam. Just go to work, pay your taxes. And that's why I call it the Matrix.
so what would you say the average person that's maybe thinking, oh my gosh, I'm being controlled, maybe this isn't true, maybe that there's an agenda behind the mainstream media and the news and the government?
Maybe. Maybe. I mean, there is. I mean, this is the thing. You made a good point, because sometimes people say, well, maybe there is an agenda. What do you mean maybe? How can there maybe be an agenda behind the mainstream news? You're in charge of the world. You own the news. Are you going to tell the truth? If you had a bunch of slaves and a bunch of suckers working their asses off for pennies, are you going to tell the truth? Would you?
Yeah, I mean, I can't possibly imagine that situation.
Why the fuck would you tell them the truth? Why, the truth? How does the truth benefit?
So what's their benefit then? They own everything. They own the newspapers, the media. What is the agenda of the Matrix?
The agenda is just narrative control.
Right.
The agenda is narrative control, and as long as they control a narrative, they can control the populace to do whatever they need them to do. It doesn't matter if they convince you to be afraid of the common cold and stay in your house and destroy your own business and not see your own fucking grandmother for 2 years. It doesn't matter if they convince you the planet is setting on fire and global warming is real, and now for some reason if they tax you, it'll fix it. It doesn't matter what it is. They create a narrative. They prevent people from talking to counter to that narrative. They now own reality. You change all the Google search results, everything online says a certain thing must be true. And then you use it you weaponize it for your own benefit. whether it's higher tax rates or more control over our movement or giving people's freedoms away, etc. The world used to be based on freedom, especially in the Western world. During communism, etc., the Western world used to stand up and say, the difference between us and the communists is that we're free. You live in this country, it's a free country, it's a free country. But that's not the truth. So now that everyone's starting to slowly understand it's not a free country, you have to replace the freedom with something else. And the only thing that humanity will accept in return for freedom is safety. So they say, listen, you're no longer free. You can no longer say what you want to say or go where you want to go or do what you want to do. You can't go outside for these 3 years. You can't do that. You can't drive that car because of fucking the polar ice caps, whatever it is. But don't worry, it's for your safety. We're going to keep you safe. And that's what it is. It's all a big fucking scam. It's a lie. The people in charge of the world don't give a shit about our safety. If something bad happened to you, heaven forbid, let's say me. Let's say I got a terrible disease. Let's say I got cancer. And I went to the NHS. I'd be waiting fucking months to get anything done. But then they want to text me 4 times a day, begging me to take an injection. And that's for my own good. Bullshit. It's a scam. It's a fucking scam. Head to toe, all of it's a scam. It's a lie.
One of the first videos I saw of yours was about university,
Yeah.
which was really interesting to me.
Another scam.
Well, interesting, yeah. I mean, I wasn't very good at school, and when I was at school, I feel like at school, certainly my experience, is they push you down one of 2 directions. It's either go on to be academic, go to university, or if you're a bit of a dum-dum, then learn a trade, go to college, learn to be a builder. And for me, I thought, okay, well, I'm going to have to go down the second route.
Yeah.
And, when I was 16, and I was doing a bit of Googling, I came across some, interesting books by Robert Kiyosaki's Rich Dad Poor Dad. And it was just crazy to me, because I'm 16 and I'm thinking there's this whole other world about investments and business and entrepreneurship, which is completely not taught out of school.
Completely, because that's not, and it's interesting you say that, because I have this saying, and nobody seems to understand, I say money's not real. What do you mean money's not real? It's not real. Money's not real. It's numbers on the screen. It's not a real thing. And once you start putting systems in place that generate huge amounts of money, and once you get to the point where money basically has no value, I can go buy a Ferrari today, and my bank balance is basically the same. It doesn't change. It's money is real. It's just numbers. It's all fucking invented. It's printed from the sky. It's garbage. You just have to find a way to make people understand your value, and yeah, it just appears from absolutely nowhere. And I went from completely broke to hundreds of millions of dollars. And I know what you're saying in regards to this other world, because there is a subsect to humanity. It's kind of strange. When I was broke, when I was on the Council of State and Movement, I thought everyone was poor. And now that I have money, it kind of feels like everyone's rich. I go to buy a plane and they're like, no, it's sold out. Like, you fucking sold out planes? I go to buy a Bugatti and they're like, sold out. I'm like, all the shit, who are these people? Yeah, everyone's bought everything. Like, and it's crazy how many people out there have such ridiculous sums of money. Truly ridiculous sums of money. There are so many rich people in the world, and it's kind of like your reality is based off. It's the Matrix, right? If you're broke, everyone's broke. If you're rich, everyone's rich. And a lot of people have this separation. I was lucky to live in both worlds, but a lot of people have this separation.
Yeah.
So.
And most people in that rich world are quiet about it.
Yeah.
Mainly because, I mean, it's as well with the media. In every movie, the jerk is always a rich guy. Titanic, Jack's poor, but so the narrative, I mean, this is the same, you're grew up in America, right?
Well, you have to protect yourself. You have to protect yourself from, obviously, crime. You have to protect yourself from government. You have to protect yourself from backlash. A lot of people do not see the risk reward of being so loud and so vocal.
Yeah.
I do, in my particular circumstance. But yeah, it'd be easier to be quiet about certain things.
The only thing more annoying to the British public about someone being rich is them being rich and vocal about it.
And that's the case, and I understand why, but I mean, I go absolutely all of it myself. I started, like I said, the compensation movement, I did all of it myself, and it's interesting you said about just separating that other world, because I always do the same thing. When I was going to college, we talked about the 2 weeks, there was A-levels and B-Tech. College, B-Tech, like the trades, or there was A-levels for university. So I did a separate path to you. I was going to the A-levels, the university, and I was walking to school, to college, with a couple of my friends, and a Ferrari drove past. And I said, bro, you see that? And he said, yeah, what about it? And I said, doesn't that piss you off? I was not 15. He said, why? This dude has 400 G's for a car, 400 grand. I'm walking 4 miles to college when my mom hasn't got any car. He has 400 grand. You think he works a job? You think he's fucking behind a counter somewhere? He knows something about the world that I don't know.
Yeah.
And they were like, he's rich. I'm like, yeah, I know. I didn't say he wasn't rich, dummy. I'm saying he knows something about the world I don't know. And I was intrigued, and it angered me. I couldn't sleep for weeks. I was pissed off. Every time I saw somebody genuine money, I understood that everything I was being told and taught and they were trying to make me believe just simply wasn't true. I was like, this is bullshit. None of these people are getting these things by following the path that the system is trying to make me follow. Nobody, and everybody intrinsically knows this. If you go to if you're at BP, you're at Pepper Street, and I pull up in my Lamborghini, nobody goes, wow, he went to school. He studied hard. Right. They're fucked. They're like drug dealer, gangster. And they do that because they know that the easiest way to amass wealth is to break the rules, because the rules are not designed to allow most people to make money. You can make money within the rules, but most people don't. Most people who follow the path work, consume, die. That's it.
Yeah.
So I always knew the same thing as you, and I knew there had to be another way. I knew that just working for money was a paradigm that wasn't true. And then you understand making your money work for you, and you understand delinking your time from money. You start learning to understand these things, but eventually you build a system, and you build an ecosystem like me. I have 60 or 70 people work for me all around the world, and things just happen, and money just kind of appears as long as everything's well organized.
Do you think that it's kind of becoming more well-known, though, entrepreneurship and how to get into business now than it was, like, 10, 20 years ago?
It's certainly easier to make money now than ever before.
I think so.
Oh, it's easier than ever before to make money. I meet so many fucking 17-year-olds, 19-year-olds, kids, in an e-com store or some crypto garbage. To make quick, fast money now is almost easier than it's ever been. Now, that has advantages and disadvantages. I was talking to a young guy the other day, he was 22, I think, and he caught a crypto pump. He made like $4 million in the last bull run. And now all the coins are going down, whatever. He sold some, he was like one half million. He's like, oh yeah, so I'm waiting for the next pump. I was like, bro, the problem with you is you've now been ruined for life. If you're 22, you've made easy money, and you think that you don't have to ever do any serious work. You also have no skills. The problem is with the crypto pump, it doesn't teach you anything. You didn't learn sales, marketing, staff management, stress tolerance.
You need that.
Nothing. He doesn't know how to do anything.
Yeah.
So he's just sitting there just gambling on shit coins, waiting for the next one to pump. And he's 22, and his ass is never going to want to get a real job, and he doesn't have any skills. So I think he's in a lot of trouble, truthfully. I made this clear to him. So it can be a detrimental thing. It can be a bad thing. But in terms of making money, it's certainly easier than it's ever been, because we live in a global marketplace now. You can reach the world, and all you have to do is have a message worth making people listen to. The hard part about making money today is that we live in an attention economy. You have to garner attention from people. It's difficult, right? Because anyone can start a YouTube channel. It's getting the views that it's hard. Right?
Yeah.
So you have to be talented enough and skillful enough to garner attention. If you can garner attention, then you can make money. I think that's the new modern way to view the world. It's an attention economy. It doesn't matter what you do. If you're getting attention, you'll make money. And I think that's what's happening on that.
Just as well, because when I first started getting interested in investments and stuff, I started going on courses, getting mentors, because you want to be good at anything, you need a coach. You want to, you're a world champion kickboxer. I'm sure it would have been impossible if you hadn't have paid for a coach.
Absolutely.
Right? And all my friends at the time were saying to me, oh, that's so risky. What are you doing? And I'm thinking, you're going to uni to study drama for 4 years, and I'm learning about property and investments, and you think what I'm doing is risky.
Yeah, investing in yourself, especially learning from somebody who's already doing what you want to do, is not risky. And you're right, the people who believe that's risky are just stuck deep inside the matrix. Because you're right, they're going to pay £60,000, £70,000 for a degree from university, which is completely useless. And secondly, it's always kind of been amazing to me. We talked about kickboxing. If I want to go learn kickboxing, I expect my coach to be able to fight. If I want to go learn piano, I want to see my piano teacher play piano.
Yeah.
But people will go to university and learn business from the dude who's never had a business. It's just like, it's clown world. It's stupid. Like, education is becoming decentralized. Which is actually one of my products when I talk about it. Education is becoming decentralized now with the internet. And the smartest thing you can do is look at somebody's life and go, this guy's living, or he's doing, exactly what I want to do. I'll learn from him. That is the smartest thing you can do, as opposed to just going to these traditional educational systems. The reason university is such a massive scam, and I've said this a million times, is because it exists in an echo chamber. It doesn't exist in fair competition. The reason universities still manage to function is because they'll give children loans to go to these schools, but you're not allowed to use the loans for anything else. If I were to say to the average 18-year-old, here's 50 grand. You can either start your own business, you can buy crypto, you can buy mentorship from you, me, another millionaire online, you can fix your house up or your parents' house up, you can buy a nice car, or you can go get a degree. And you can give them the 50 G's. How many people do you think would choose a degree?
No.
Nobody. 0%. value goes down, the price goes up. Year on year on year on year. It's a total waste of time.
Yeah.
The children are bored, they think, I don't get the money any other way, so I may as well take it. And that's why the whole educational system is a scam. I actually have my own university. I'm relaunching it, I'm changing the name, and it's going to be relaunching very shortly. But I have a university that teaches 18 modern wealth creation methods, and it's purely online. And we teach a different way to make money than perhaps the traditional system. And it's cheap. It's like $50, $60 a month. For me to get 100,000 students like I have now at $60 a month is not impressive. What's impressive is that I keep them. I'm giving more value than the $60 a month. They can go and spend that $60 in Nando's or buy some coffee or do anything else they want with it. But they choose to go to my school because I'm existing in a fair, competitive environment and I'm outperforming. The university can't do that. All these other universities can't do it because they're all fucking scams.
Yeah, they're probably comparing it to university where you're literally paying 30 grand to learn from someone who's being paid 30 grand to get 30 grand.
It's all a scam, yeah. Whereas what we're doing is actually, we have massive success stories. Obviously, a lot of people are making a lot of money with all the reviews, everything on the website, coachfaith.com. But the fact that people have a choice, they don't have to invest in my university. They can take that money and spend it on anything else on the planet and still see my university as worthwhile.
Yeah.
That's how I know it's a competitive place.
Surely you think there's a place for university there?
If you want to be an architect and you have to study architecture, if you want to be a lawyer and you have to study law, that's fine. If you decide I personally never knew what job I wanted to do. These people seem to be very passionate about a particular trade. I just wanted to have a lot of money. If you were to say, look, I'll pay you $1 million to dig a hole, I would have dug a hole.
Yeah.
If I'll pay you $1 million to fly a plane, give me
Yeah, but if someone wants to be a doctor, they want to be a lawyer, go to
university and do it. Yeah.
But know what you're doing it for. Don't go and study drama and end up as dramatic McDonald's worker 5 years later.
Yeah, or go study something generic, like
Yeah.
business or something generic. And
Yeah.
even though business is obviously good to know, but it's generic and it's hard to apply. I mean, in my experience, like imagine if I didn't have all this money and I had to go get a job again, I'd get a sales job. So I've always been a salesman, and I think that's a very important life skill to have, to be good at sales and to deal with stress and have a missionary environment. I think it's good. But they don't even, I don't know if they even teach sales in university. Do they have any serious sales?
Hardly doubt it.
I'm saying it's all garbage. They don't teach anything important. They just
Yeah.
teach anything. They teach things that are going to keep you inside the slave mind. And they want you to go to school and then go to college and then go to university and get in debt. And you have to be in debt, so now you have to work.